out there to all you cocksuckers and clit lickers. I'm Santa Claus, of course. Give it up for me.
Yeah!
Been drinking heavily for 3 days. Santa's on a bit of a bender, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be here. I just had to get away from Mrs. Claus. Just being a real see you next Thanksgiving, if you know what I mean. You can laugh at that, right? 300 years of menopause. Not fun. It's not a good gig. I am Kris Kringle, Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, Baba Natale. I have more aliases than the guy in the Kangol hat on the south side that you buy your weed from, miss. Absolutely. I only work 1 day a year. And that's still more than most of you motherfuckers in Youngstown. Ho, ho, ho. Santa's looking for a little strange tonight. Finally got away from Mrs. Claus. So this year, instead of milk and cookies, I'm looking for a little milf and nookie. You know what I'm saying, ma'am? I'll bring the toys and the package. You know what's in my sack? 2 bowls full of holly jolly jizz. That's right. But we're not here to talk about my nuts. We're here to roast the Grinch. Ladies and gentlemen, I've gathered some of my best holiday friends to roast this son of a bitch. So let me bring them up. Please applaud as they come to stage. Ladies and gentlemen, from Home Alone, Kevin McCallister. Also from Home Alone, Harry and Marv, the Wet Bandits. These little fuckers have quite a following, apparently. All the way from London, give it up for Ebenezer Scrooge. The big roly-poly one himself. Put your hands together for Frosty the Snowman. From It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey. You have to be like over 70 to know what the fuck that movie is, so I understand the light applause. Your great-grandmother would have loved this show. From Die Hard to Nakatomi Plaza, give it up for Mr. John McClain. All the way from Indiana, little Ralphie Parker from A Christmas Story. And the meanest, greenest son of a bitch in Christmas history, the man we're going to roast. Put your hands together for the Grinch. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this show started. Our first roaster tonight will be little Kevin McCallister from Home Alone. Remember how cute he was? Kevin is an annoying little prick. So annoying that even that creepy old pedophile next door would not diddle him. Yes, that is sad. He's a little jerk. That poor old man had to go to that church by himself and look at a choir and jerk off with a handful of rock salt. That's how unfuckable Kevin is. Hey Kevin, how's therapy going? Jesus Christ. This kid got left behind so many times. Kirk Cameron's gonna make a shitty Christian movie about it. Your parents forgot and lost your ass twice. Wow. Even Kaylee Anthony had a better mom than you. But Kevin actually got abandoned a 3rd time. His family went to the Olive Garden and chained him to the furnace in the basement. Finally take the hint, you little bastard. Now the poor son of a bitch, look at him. He's homeless. He lives in an old Chevy Caprice. And he gives beaches to strangers for slices of plain cheese pizza from Little Nero's. And after they're done with him, they throw him a couple of bucks and say, "Keep the change, you filthy animal. Put your hands together for little Kevin McCallister."
Give it up for your host, Santa. I know you're not the real Santa. I'm old enough to know how it works. You're a pedophile. You know what I want for Christmas? A hashtag. That was creepy. There's Frosty. Hey, Scrooge. My teacher made me do a book report on you once. Quit pretending you owe the world something good when all you do is make kids have a homework assignment. Buddy the Elf, is not here. Said he'd be breaking his parole being within 50 feet of a kid. John McClain is here. I see your hairline decided to join us too. I'm glad I got the first hairline joke. One of many. Hey, wet bandits. Remember that time I actually roasted you with a blowtorch? Enough said. All right, Ralphie. You don't need a BB gun to fight the bad guys. Just use a paint can and some rope. Dumbass. You must have gone to Cleveland Public Schools. George Bailey. You're about as forgettable as me on a family trip. You should have done it when you had the chance. Alright, I got a couple more for the guest of honor, Scrooge, or Grinch. Kevin's been drinking a little bit. Grinch, over there. Do you happen to have Cindy Lou Who's number? I'm looking to make her my girl. And take her to my uncle's honey farm. George Bailey can join us. He's allergic to bees too. I was in another movie called My Girl, if you don't remember that. And I die. Because I'm allergic to bees. Grinch, you look like the gunk my brother Buzz pulls out of his belly button. Why'd you steal Christmas and not my brother? He could probably pull a girlfriend out of his butt crack for you. All right, the big one, the final finale. You're a stupid phlegmwad butt face. Thank you.
Give it up for Kevin McCallister, ladies and gentlemen. Never thought I'd say this, but Kevin, those titties came in nicely. Maybe I will molest them, I don't know. The night's young. Ladies and gentlemen, next we're gonna bring up Harry and Marv, the wet/sticky bandits. Here they are, they went to prison. They went in as the wet bandits and came out as the sticky bandits. You guys went in wet and came out sticky. You were literally dickheads. You may think the McCallister home invasion was a total fiasco, but it went 1,000 times better than the first one. at John Benet Ramsey's house. Yeah, that's dark, motherfuckers. You two bastards look like a gypsy put a Christmas curse on you to age you backwards like Benjamin Button until you both eventually turn into 10-year-old Kevin McCallister. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Harry and Marv.
Oh, a lot of doozies there. Thanks, Santa. Come on, Harry. Santa goes by many names. Father Christmas, Saint Nick, Kris Kringle. More like Kris Crinkle that Arby's bag underneath your passenger seat, you fat fuck. You didn't need Rudolph to guide you through a foggy night. You needed the extra horsepower to pull your fat ass. Children wonder if Santa's beard is real or fake. It's real. Trust me, kids, it's as real as his tits. Santa is so damn fat, he doesn't come down the chimney anymore. He comes in through the garage. Marcus. Thanks, Harry. Santa draws the line. He draws the line between naughty and nice, but he also cuts the line at Dunkin' Donuts. Santa is such a fat bastard that he needs magic to happen to move his fat ass around. He has to defy the laws of physics to get sleigh going. Goddamn, Harry. Thanks, Marv. More fat? Yeah, I got some. Just more fat. That sack of toys in a sleigh? Not just for children, also for a counterbalance weight for this proper flight of the sleigh. I got some more fat shit. Santa's fat because he doesn't do shit. He works one fucking day a year. The elves do everything. The elves build everything. The only thing Santa builds is a plaque in his arteries. Unrelated to the fat. Santa, why do so many kids cry while sitting on your lap? Why? Parents have delivered more ass to Neverland Ranch with less tears. Jesus, Marv! Holy Marv! That's right. George Bailey. Son of a bitch. It's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life unless you're a young black boy who likes Skittle Hunts, George Zimmerman. Jeez! I'm sorry, I just confused him for someone who was less of an embarrassment to his family and friends. Marv! How dare you, Marv? Any George Bailey? Yeah, he was supposed to go to World War II, but John McClain killed more Germans than he did. What's with your voice, George? Every time you talk, it sounds like you're the kind of guy who mouths olive juice to your friends and family. Oh, bada bing, Marv, everybody knows. Harry, I thought everyone would understand the reference to the 1999 classic, The Other Sister. I guess not. Frosty. Holy shit, Frosty, you look good. Children put a hat on your head and you came to life to dance around. You came to life just to dance around? Why don't you do something useful like help me file my taxes? You worthless bastard. Yeah, he's so fucking useless, Harry, that that was a waste of a magic hat. We could have put that magic hat on George Bailey's lifeless body, and instead of that shitty movie, It's a Wonderful Life, we could have Weekend at Bailey's. I'd watch it. See, global warming is coming, and it is sad, but it's worse for a sentient popsicle. But it's good to know that every time I turn on my car, I get a little bit closer to never seeing you again.
Frosty, you've got 2 lumps of coal fries. That must have been real fun for the kids. You know, every time you made eye contact, you reminded them of Sad Christmas.
Right, Mom? Oh my God, Mom, you're fucking hilarious, bitch.
Oh, hey, Kevin. Kevin's here.
There's a kid, get him! Oh, we can wait.
You know, Kevin hurt us a lot. He put us through a lot of pain. I don't know if you've seen the documentary Home Alone. But that Kevin kid, he's a psychopath. All of this premeditated, sadistic. Why couldn't you spend your time home alone like any other kid, you know, and just jack off? You know, you went to the store to buy orange juice and toothpaste. Why didn't you buy lotion so you could jack off?
Like a normal kid. Jesus Christ. See, we went to New York and the fucking asshole chased us back down.
Yeah, we were in New York. You had the city at your whims. You had your dad's credit card. You were lost in New York, kid. Jack off.
Listen, we were in Winnetka, Illinois. One time we were in Winnetka, Illinois. We were gonna go break into some kid's house, steal some diaper. The family was on vacation. We're gonna take what we want. Me and Mark break into the house. There's a fucking kid at the top of the stairs. And I say, hey kid, what are you doing here? He said, you guys are gonna get it. And then before you know it, he sends on these paint cans and bing, bang, boom, pow. We get knocked out. And before I know it, we come to, the kid's standing there with a fucking BB gun. And he's like, shit. What'd he say?
He said, come on up here.
Oh, yeah. The motherfucker's like, come on up here. Come on top of the stairs. And I was like, you're gonna get a kid. And then he shot some, yeah, go find your fucking mother. Go find your fucking mother. There we go, boom. Bing, bang, boom. He shot me with a BB gun. And then that sucked. Anyway, me and Mom, not bad guys. Kevin's a bad guy. You know, we tried to steal shit from his house. Sure, bad. But he stole Christmases from his mother. Carefree Christmases, and that's shit you can't get back.
Anyway, Ralphie's here. You know, that kid gets bullied, he gets bad grades, he shoots his own eye. That kid is lame, Harry. The last time I saw a kid that lame, he was asking me to donate $19 a month to the Shriners Hospital for Children.
Oh my God.
Too late.
Hey, Ralph, be sure to drink your own piss.
Well done, Harry.
I mean,
Ralphie is obsessed with Little Orphan and he puts Life Boy in his mouth. And from time to time he fantasizes about shooting bad guys while dressed as Elton John Wayne. I'm not saying the kid's, you know, gay or anything, but Ebenezer Scrooge was such a dick that he tried to suck him. Harry! I mean, Mark, I'm Harry.
your mom didn't want you to have a BB gun. She said you shoot your eye out. Is that the same thing she said when you were decoding Little Orphan Annie's message? Bing bong, boom, pow. You jack off, kid. Am I allowed to ask that? Is that illegal? Is that a law?
Ebenezer Scrooge is here. Where's he at? There he is. Scrooge is such an old asshole that his business card just says incontinent on it.
Oh, Marv.
Yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge is so old and wrinkled, he looks like an asshole sucked on a lemon.
Jeez. Pick your shit up, Marv. Jesus Christ. You know.
Who's after that?
Yeah, buddy else shit. He wasn't, he what a man.
John McClain.
I already did John McClain joke. Buddy the elf.
Oh, wait, now John McClain's here.
Fair enough.
If you're wondering why John McClain and his wife were having such trouble, look no further than his shirt. There's a reason it's not called a wife hugger.
You fucking animal, you. Jesus Christ.
Some people don't consider Die Hard to be a Christmas movie. And it may not be a Christmas movie, but you have to admit it's the greatest Bosley ad we've ever seen.
Bang, bang, boom, pow.
John McClain held onto his hair harder than Hans Gruber held onto Nakatomi Plaza.
Jesus, Mom, you're a fucking animal. You know, Buddy the Elf isn't here today, whatever. Buddy the Elf is so dumb.
How dumb is he?
Thank you, God, you were Jim. He's so fucking dumb that his mother died and his father abandoned him. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because the son of a bitch didn't show up tonight. So that's all I'm saying.
You know what's funny? Buddy is always smiling. He's got trouble interpreting facial expressions, body language, and social cues. But he decorates well with every color of the spectrum. Speaking of spectrum, Buddy's on it.
Oh, Jesus, Marv! Come on!
Yeah, you know, he does arts and crafts and eats candy and puts maple syrup on his spaghetti. He's got the mind of a child in the body of a grown man. He's Yuletide Forrest Gump. But unless him and Joey figure out how to administer insulin shots, he's gonna be Yuletide Lieutenant Dan.
Jesus Christ, Marv, you're a fucking maniac!
Oh my gosh, that brings us to the man of the hour.
And where is he? I can't stare around.
There he is down there on the end.
Holy shit, you're so fucking great.
Grinch, you're a mean one. You're a heel. You're a greasy black peel of a banana. The song says you're all kinds of a monster, but thanks to that garlic in your soul, at least you're not a vampire. The song also says you're a nasty, wasty skunk, but I thought you were just a fucking asshole.
So what? You stole Christmas. That was one time. My father stole Christmas every year when he went out for a pack of smokes. You learned something about me. Take that home with you.
The three best words to describe you are as follows, and I quote, piece of shit.
You know, I've never seen you wear pants. Do you have a penis? Are you a vagina? What the fuck are you? What kind of... What is that? I don't know what that is, Marv. No. But I do got a limerick. I got a limerick. How about that? There once was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long he could suck it, but he wasn't the Grinch because he lived on Mount Crumpet. Also, I don't know if he has a dick.
I'm gonna do a little story for the Grinch. This is a little poem, kind of like the story written after you. He struck when the moment seemed totally ripe. The Grinch, a classic stereotype. He performed petty theft by B&E. Of course, the town's only minority. His ideas for theft got bigger and bigger, because the town thought he was just some dumb green guy who lived on Mount Crumpet.
Wrong.
So
That was a good one.
So he stole all the Christmas, including the food. The Grinch showed he's a Yuletide mean dude. But he returned the holiday back to the Who's, because he's an anti-Semite and thought they were Jews. So he said, my bad, and gave back the toys. Now the flu-fluvers and blum-boompas rang out with noise. After 53 years, he stole Christmas with ease. And now his heart grew larger because of heart disease, not love. He's gonna die on that mountain. Oh
my goodness.
Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.
Marv, you fucking animal. I fucking love you, son of a bitch. You're so fucking gross. I hate you. I love you.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the Lilliputian Bandits. Our next person coming up is Ebenezer Scrooge. Scrooge, you Dickensian dickhead. Scrooge is so cheap, he buys Clover Valley Dollar General brand coal for that stove. And the name brand coal is only 5 cents more. He's cheap as fuck, is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Scrooge is so cheap, he pays Bob Cratchit in buckets of human feces. And then he docks his pay for the bucket. Scrooge is so cheap and old. The last time this ancient prick picked up a check, it was at the Last Supper. But only because he thought it was a coupon for boner pills. Scrooge is so fucking old that all three of the ghosts that came to visit him on Christmas Eve were actually freshmen when he was a senior at London Central Catholic High School, the Fighting Figgy Puddings. Scrooge is so old, the last time he got a boner, it was a jerk off to a cave painting of a woolly mammoth butt fucking a saber-toothed tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ebenezer Scrooge.
Times. I apologize. I feel like I can connect with you more if I'm wearing a hat of someone that you connect with, right? Santa! Holy shit! You're great. Except you look like a fucking Santa from Warren, Ohio. Jesus Christ. You use foreign labor like a coked out Phil Knight. And I feel like we can make that foreign labor not so foreign. I hear there's a plant in Lordstown that you could potentially buy and use. We're from Youngstown, it's cheap enough. Jesus Christ, Santa, I understand why your sack is so huge. It's because you only come once a year. And you come through the chimney because Mrs. Claus said you can't come through the back door. See ya. Holy shit. Kevin McCallister's here. Give it up for him. Yeah, that's the sign for applause. It's no surprise that someone whose parents forgot him, not once, but twice in 2 years on the family fucking vacation, grew up to be so fucked up. Jesus Christ, you look like the reanimated corpse of Kurt Cobain. Got even more of a fucking habit. But yeah, you're here. I gotta give it to you though, because you're like the Elon Musk of fucking stand your ground laws. So that's Kevin McCallister. The Wet Bandits. Yeah. At what point do you just give up? The 12-year-old kid, from what I read online, the internet's where the pedophiles are, like fucking Ralphie over there. You guys got beat not once, not twice, but I guess even in the fourth return of Home Alone, you got beat by Kevin McCallister? At what point do you just say, I'm fucking done? This kid has had it with us, and he's beating the shit out of us. You're as effective at burglary at Tiny Tim is at walking. However, I'll say you both have incredible optimism. So round of applause for that. You're the worst criminals in the history of home invasions, possibly ever. Jesus Christ. John McClain is here. Round of applause for him. He went from being a cop that was down on his luck that stopped the terrorists at Nakatomi Plaza to being an international super spy, essentially, to being in the basement of a bowling alley in Youngstown, Ohio. Jesus Christ, when are you gonna give up on life? I understand that's more fucking Bailey's thing, but Christ. And to George Bailey, you ever thought about ending it? Jesus Christ, George Bailey, you're so fucking white, you look like you'd propose to your girlfriend in Italy. And then you look like you'd come back from Italy and be a stand-up comic and talk about the lines on David's ballsack. That's how fucking white you are. You're putting on the fucking Ritz. Ralphie, you've got the most boring family in history. Oh, fudge. I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? Jesus fucking Christ. You grew up to be the stereotypical stranger that we were told not to, you know, when they pulled up in their panelless van, to say, yeah, I want that candy. You also look like someone that shoots up schools with your BB gun. You give me a false hope of bullshit nostalgia. That's all I gotta say about that. Jesus Christ, Frosty is here too. You know, he's a cool dude. You know, he's got a carrot, which is a Mexican import, and I hope he paid the tariff on the tax for that. When I Googled him, kind, caring, loving, and compassionate were the words that came up. He sounds like a fucking snowflake to me. He's got a corncob pipe, which I hope he's gonna share with Kevin McCallister over here, because he's shaking. I feel like he's got the symptoms of withdrawal. And Jesus Christ, you got coal eyes. I gotta give it to you, because you're supporting an industry that ironically the snowflakes are trying to end. But yeah, so I'll bring it to the man of the hour, the Grinch. Holy shit, round of applause for the Grinch. He's here. A man after my own heart. Fuck Christmas is what he used to say, and that's okay. We'll let it slide on that. All I'm saying is if your heart grew 4 times its size, have you considered dieting? You need to see a cardiologist. Like, that's some shit that's gonna give you type 2 diabetes or cardiac arrest. And you've got garlic in your soul, which honestly is something I feel like the fine folks of Youngstown could not only understand, but be okay with. And I'm gonna end it on this note. Dude, if something else grew 4 times the size it was supposed to be, and it stays that way for more than 4 hours, call me.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for out of work, Warren, Ohio, Thomas Jefferson. Our next roaster tonight, he doesn't like getting roasted, is Frosty the Snowman. Get over Frosty. Frosty was rolled up in a schoolyard by small children and brought to life by a magic hat. That's still a more believable story than the Immaculate Conception. Frosty's an old drinking buddy of mine and a fucking degenerate pervert. He used to make low-budget gay pornos in the back of a refrigerated Schwann's truck. Ralphie, you were in some of those. You remember them? You remember the titles? Well, one of them was, I scream, you scream, we all scream for scream. Brrr, cocky was another one. Baby, it's cold inside of my asshole. And of course, Frosty the Blowman. You remember how that song went? Frosty the Blowman was a kinky, horny soul with a corncob cock and a nice bunghole and 2 balls made out of coal. In that one, he actually paid that magician's rabbit so he could sleet all over his face. Do you remember that? But here he is, the frozen fucker himself, the man that'll give you chlamydia and frostbite at the same time, Frosty the Snowman, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this working? Is this working like this?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it like this. That's how I want to do my jokes. Give it up for that fat fuck. Jesus Christ. I'm really happy.
You got it.
Fuck you. Fuck, I don't care. I don't care. I'm really happy to be here at the roast of the Grinch, or as I like to consider it, a child molesters anonymous meeting. Like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why do we love kids so much? The Grinch's best friend is a 7-year-old girl. Santa has an obsession with having children sit on his lap. Children made me. Buddy the Elf has some Michael Jackson syndrome because he didn't have a childhood. Now he's trying to live it in his 30s. And just like Michael Jackson isn't here tonight, I'll let you guys catch up with that one. I have a note for Santa. Dear Santa, stop trying to fuck my mom. Santa is just Satan misspelled. And only someone as evil as Satan would try to enslave midgets. Did you not know that Chinese children exist? There's always a controversy where some black guy tries to be Santa. And then society has to say, well, there can't be a black Santa. There can't be a Mexican Santa. My question is, why the fuck would anyone want to be Santa? I'm not going to act like we're not also people here and all in costume. Look at Kevin McCallister. Wow, you really look like a boy. How did you get your chest so flat? Why wouldn't you call the cops? The wet bandits, or as I like to call them, the hard pedophiles. You guys are way too hell-bent on trying to get into this kid's house. You know he's home alone. He lives in a development. Find a new house. Ebenezer Scrooge, or as I like to call him, Donald Trump with mutton chops. You lazy fuck, you didn't even shave the mutton chops. Why do you hate Christmas so much? Did your father beat you with a snow globe? I think you're just mad because your name is Ebenezer. Who the fuck names a kid Ebenezer? Don't worry, I'm finding my jokes. I lost them. Nope, there's no more. All right, we'll keep going. George Bailey, jump. If you guys don't know the story of George Bailey, he really wants to kill himself, and then his guardian angel comes and shows all these clips of the nice things that he's done for people, which is extremely inappropriate for that to be Jason Moliterno. If Jason Moliterno had a guardian angel, it would just be clips of him sleeping in, taking naps, and masturbating all day. I wasn't gonna do that joke until he told me his parents were in the crowd. John McClain from Die Hard. What a great costume. How did you get your hairline to do that? No, I already did George Bailey. I don't watch fucking Christmas movies, all right? Ralphie Parker. I'll buy you a gun if you promise to bring it to school. You should change your name from Ralphie Parker to Chestnuts Over an Open Fire because you just got roasted. Now it's time for the man of the hour, the Grinch. You look like someone that was in the Green Gang in Powerpuff Girls. Osama bin Laden called. He wants his house back. If you don't get that, Mount Crumpet looks like the place where they used to film Al-Qaeda movies. Those are my jokes. Thank you very much, everyone.
Keep it going for Frosty. One cold motherfucker. Next up, we have George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. George Bailey, the whitest prick in Christmas history. You make Perry Como look like Tupac. Santa has very old references. Probably none of you will get either one of those. You're so white, you think holiday Jell-O molds are spicy. You're so white, they couldn't even film your movie in black and white. They filmed it in white and whiter. I wish your white, whiny, privileged ass would have jumped off that bridge. Then we'd all get a shot at banging your hot-ass wife. Change it from It's a Wonderful Life to She's a Fuckable Wife. Every time her bell rings, your angel gets my ding-a-ling. You stuttering fuck you. You ever heard him talk? Sound like you got a mouthful of Laffy Taffy and you get deep-throated by a vibrator. Ladies and gentlemen, Santa needs a drink. Put your hands together for the boringest boner in Bedford Falls, George Bailey.
Well, how are you guys doing? Trying to get this mic stand. It's great to be here. George Bailey is the name. We had Santa Claus. Santa Claus is coming to town. A hometown buffet. Well, he's making a list. Grocery list. Well, he's checking it twice. Well, he ought to check his cholesterol. Well, the real reason he needed Rudolph to light the sleigh was he cut up Blitzen for venison. Yeah, he hasn't shaved. The last time he shaved the president was George Washington. Well, yeah, he has so many names. Kris Kringle. It's jolly old. Is there a warrant for his arrest, and did he have to flee Europe? Well, that joke wasn't very worked out. But he's a terrible businessman. Why he employs the dumbest animals. Deer. Oh, he delivers. Here's how dumb he is as a businessman. Why he delivers toys to everybody, and he gets paid in Chips Ahoy and milk. Why there'd be no gifts for children if you just learned how to buy a cow. Wet bandits. There's the criminals here. They use crowbars. Would you never hear of a gun? How about DNA? You ever hear of DNA? Don't you ever watch Dateline NBC? You always get caught. You leave the wall. How did you even rob one house without getting caught? You just... And I'll go, Kevin. Oh, I had his... Well, doggone it. Kevin McCallister's a very, very young boy from Illinois, state couple from here. He's very mean. He's very mean to the pizza delivery boy. I think you're going to be a psychopath when you're older. You're gonna buy the Kenosha Kickers van and put tarantulas on people's faces. And this isn't a joke, but why the fuck didn't you eat the macaroni and cheese? God, every time I see that, I think, well, you planned out this elaborate thing against 2 adult criminals, but you couldn't budget 10 minutes to eat. Ralphie Parker. Well, you should have broke the glasses a long time ago, you nerd. Well, you don't even need a gun as a child, but you're not going to need it until you're an adult and you've been working in IT for 30 years and you can't take it anymore. Well, that was a mean joke and I feel bad for it. You're a very nice boy, I'm sorry. Frosty the snowman. He's a snowman. He's the only snowman I've ever seen with feet. Well, his first words were happy birthday. It only took him 4 syllables to tell everybody how stupid he was. Well, you're really just Frankenstein, but you're less articulated. You got a pipe and you never even smoke. And you carry a broom. What are you, a part-time janitor? Scrooge. I don't have too much about Mr. Scrooge. He's the richest man in London, but he eats cheese and bread for dinner. He's just Mr. Burns, but he's more boring. Well, John McClain. John McClain. Well, John, what happened in your marriage that you had to take down a terrorist organization to win your wife back? It's a good thing the plane ride allows you to bring a handgun. Otherwise, how would you have taken him down? You also, you talk to yourself an awful lot. I kind of think maybe you're just schizophrenic. And the whole story is you actually made up everyone, including Hans Gruber and the guy from Family Matters. Well, you could have done the whole thing in 20 minutes if you didn't take so long trying to do catchphrases. Well, you got, welcome to the party. Oh, what is that? That's worse than bah humbug. Is that all the best you can think of? I think that's all I had for him. Well, did you? Oh, the Grinch is what we have left. We have the Grinch. Well, you look like an avocado went bad. Well, they said about him, well, it could have been that his shoes were too tight. And, well, my shoes have been tight before. I never stole Christmas. Well, the Grinch, he got out of his crimes because his heart grew. Why, you ought to be in jail. Well, you're lucky the Who's are a bunch of weird communists. And I also don't think hearts grow that big. I think he had a stroke. But you know, in all seriousness, I want to thank you guys all for coming out tonight. And I want to just say that I love everyone up here. You guys are all really great Christmas characters. And you all bring out the true meaning of Christmas. Well, not the wet bandits, because they went to jail. And not Kevin, because he's a psychopath, and Ralphie too. And John McClain just kept making bad sequels. And the Grinch and Scrooge learned their lessons, but they could easily have forgotten it. What I'm saying is, I'm really a great character. Is basically the point I'm making. So I'll bring Santa. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Thank you, George. Give it up for that stuttering fuck, ladies and gentlemen. George Bailey. The next roaster tonight, the great John McClain. He thwarted the Nakatomi Plaza heist of '88 and saved several hostages. The only thing he couldn't save was his own hairline. Look at him. Too bad that incident didn't take place at a Rogaines National Headquarters, you balding fuck. John ran around an office building barefoot in a wife beater with a gun. All you needed was a shitty neck tattoo and a pair of pajama pants, and you could have been any dude from Warren, Ohio. You white trash piece of shit. You wanna know how bad John is in bed? He literally saved his wife from international terrorists on 2 consecutive Christmases, and she still left this lip dick micro penis queer. John ended the Nakatomi standoff and then almost got killed by the same German fuck that he thought he had already killed. And you got your ass saved by the fat dad from Family Matters. You, sir, are the Steve fucking Urkel of Christmas. Put your hands together for John McClain.
Give it up for our host, Santa Claus, everyone. Santa Claus is Spanish for Saint Claus. But a female Saint Claus. You're the original transgender Christmas character. It's no wonder Mrs. Claus doesn't have any kids. You had to crap a bunch of Oompa Loompas in your place and have them make presents. You run a terrible delivery service. They only operate once a year. You're slowly being phased out by Amazon Prime. Ralphie McClain. Ralphie Parker's here. You're a spoiled little mama's boy who shot his eye out when he figured out how his dick works. I wish more white boys shot their eyes out so they couldn't see shit when they brought their guns to school. The Wet Bandits are here. I don't know how the fuck you guys are still alive. Apparently one of you guys died. You're a bigger anomaly than Keith Richards. Your movie should have been called Die Hard. I don't understand how you guys can keep going on after taking a paint can to the dome. And yet some old guy hits you with a snow shovel, and you're down for the count. You go from being called the Wet Bandits to the Sticky Bandits. You're sticky and wet. Did you guys come up with the names after a Bon Jovi album? But I empathize with you guys. I know what it's like to walk around barefoot on broken glass while some Aryan motherfucker's trying to break your shit. Kevin McCallister is here. You ruined two people's lives and almost left them for dead. You're gonna make a fine CEO one day. Ebenezer Scrooge, Charles Dickens, empathized, prophesized Donald Trump. You remember that time you made fun of that disabled kid? You act like you're a saint for giving someone the day off. It's nice to know you finally learned that you can use philanthropy to stroke your own ego. Merry fucking Christmas, you old bag. I hope you moved to Florida and die already. Frosty the Snowman really comes to life when he puts on a fancy hat and when he sucks dick in the men's room. You look like my gay cousin before he came out of the closet. No one cares about you anymore. You're second rate to Frozen's Olaf. He's the new gay snowman in town. I'm mad at the hour of the Grinch. The Grinch stole Christmas, but he never bothered to steal a pair of pants. You're an asshole who doesn't have his priorities straight. You must be someone's in-law. You live in a cage that somehow managed to afford a Santa Claus costume, a sleigh, and a series of elaborate burglary instruments. I'm convinced you run a webcam that targets people who are into furry porn. You look like Sesame Street's Oscar really got into Clay Aiken, eating cheesecake and plucking his unibrow. Your heart grew 3 sizes in one day. I didn't even know hearts came in sizes. There's a bunch of steroid jokes there, but I'm convinced you guys are tied between staring at my arms and what's left of my hairline. Guys, Die Hard isn't even a Christmas movie. It's a goddamn Bruce Willis movie. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, I'm out of here.
I didn't even know Gilbert Gottfried was in Die Hard. The fuck was that? This is mostly just for the comics, but I can't wait till later because I just keep imagining John McClain banging Kevin McCallister from behind later tonight. He's just like, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And Kevin's like, ah! Because they date. Our next roaster is little Ralphie Parker. Little Ralphie from A Christmas. Jesus Christ! Puberty was not kind to you, my friend. You are one ugly mother fudger. Only I didn't say fudger. I said the word. The big one. The queen mother of dirty words. The F dash dash dash. Yeah, I called you an ugly motherfucker. That's what I called you. Look at you, you homely bitch. Do us all a favor and take that Red Ryder BB gun you gave me, or I gave you, and shoot all of our eyes out so we don't have to look at that mug anymore. You look like if Moby was in one of those weird ghost orgies from The Shining. That's a lot funnier than I thought it was gonna be. You look like you'd star in the Easter episode of To Catch a Predator. You're such a creeper. Forget about Flick. This is the guy putting his tongue on poles in elementary schoolyards. He's never gonna get laid. The only thing pink you'll ever be inside is that rabbit suit. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for little Ralphie Parker.
So I hit the Ovaltine a little too hard, all right? It's tough. This bunny suit is my punishment for doing Hershey commercials instead of Nestle Quick. So they made me wear the bunny suit. Santa! Fucker, you fat fucker. You didn't disappoint me at all. Because I knew before this roast that 90% of your jokes are going to be about cocksucking and ass fucking. And they were. We can always count on Shane Herman and talk about buttholes. Santa, first of all, Dad, I just want to let you know, don't fuck with me. I'm packing my Red Ryder. Because we're on the Westside, bitches. Shoot your eye out. Yeah, not the first time I had my eye shot out, because I went to college, I experimented. Anyway, back to Santa, you fat ass. You're the OG racist. Giving suburban white kids everything they want and forgetting about all the little black kids in the ghetto. It's bullshit. Is Rudolph too much of a pussy to ride his sleigh into the ghetto, or don't the elves know how to make guns? Dick? Like white kids need any more toys. Rich white kids. And where's Rudolph? Where's Rudolph? More like the red-nosed reindeer, more like Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer. I'm gonna get together with the others and we're gonna beat him up with soap and pillowcases like a little prison bitch that he is. And what's up with this, Santa? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. This is the fat guy that's been sitting in my tree outside of my window. He knows when I log into Pornhub. It's done with you. Buddy didn't even show up. Yeah. That's just the kind of behavior I would expect from a cotton-headed mini-muggin. It's just a good thing he didn't end up with the Keebler elves, because they would have put him out on his EL fudge-packing ass. What I'm saying. Yeah. I'm in a bowling alley, and I'm singing! I'm singing! In a bowling alley. Frosty! It's a nice carrot. Nose you got there. I don't know whether to eat it or shove it up my ass. It was nice. You're definitely compensating for something, Frosty. What you doing? No, I don't put my eye out again. No, what else? Yeah, no, that one was fucking stupid. You're just a fat guy smoking a pipe. Those are good old days when we were teaching kids to smoke. Yeah. So, and then there was magic in the silk hat and made you come to life. I know what the magic was in the silk hat. It was LSD. Drugs. And then your song, thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump. What the fuck are you doing to those kids? Oh, Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer McScrooge. Jesus Christ. How many times can you say Jesus Christ in a roast?
All of them, apparently.
Yeah, that's a lot. You got a weird name, man. Ebenezer. Ebenezer. Sounds like what you need to do the first time you're gonna do anal with a chick. You gotta take it slow, man. You gotta Ebenezer with it. But I can't roast you too hard, though, because I'm with you on Tiny Tim. Fuck that little malnourished piece of white trash. You know, I can't turn pages. Gloves on. Or the fucking Ovaltine, I don't know what it is. But yeah, you know, it's not your fault. His parents should have had an abortion. If you paid them any more, they would just blew it all on meth anyway. They had more fucked up kids. Kevin, I always knew you would grow up to be a beautiful woman. Yeah. One more Ovaltine and we'll have fucking Die Hard Man do a three-way with us. What do you say? Can't even think your name's Die Hard Man. You ever think maybe you got left at home alone because no one likes you? You're just a little asshole. That's why there were sequels. They just kept leaving you places. They just wanted you to live with the bird lady and get shit on your whole life. I liked you better than Uncle Buck because at least you did the dishes. I hope Michael Jackson tore your ass up. Neverland Ranch. Wet Bandits! Yeah, you got it pretty funny. Good job on inviting the Snodgrass. Yeah. I like how you leave the sink running in people's houses so that you think that's the reason you guys are called the Wet Bandits. When we all know it's because you guys like to pee on each other. Yeah, I know. And it's a good thing you guys aren't black. Because if you were black, there would never been a movie. Black people would have went up and robbed that house properly. Fucking A. Show these white pieces of shit how it's done. George Bailey. I learned from watching your show that every time a bell rings, your mom looks pissed off at a comedy show. I saw her in Walmart. She wasn't happy there either. I'd jump off a bridge too if I'd have to eat every week at Chick-fil-A with those motherfuckers. She's chuckling. I reached my goal. Yeah. I gotta say, the point of your movie was lost on me because when I watched it, life would have been way better if you weren't born. Did you guys see Pottersville? Pottersville, there's like fucking bars and strip clubs and everybody's getting crunk and arrested. There's hookers. That would have hurt if I wasn't a shitty drunk child actor all grown up. And Clarence, the angel, what a retard, an idiot. Can't say that word. Almost forgot. He doesn't understand men at all, because when you say you want to see Mary, he's like, oh, you're not going to like it. Mary's an old maid. How could you not like that? You're not around, and she doesn't touch another dick. That's how awesome your cock is, George Bailey. No other dick was satisfied. Good job, Moliternos, on your genetics on his cock. Yeah. Frosty, don't make me sit on your face and shut you up. Oh shit, Cocoa Puffs in your mouth. John McClain, with all the sequels, it's clear you aren't willing to die. no matter how much we want you to. Instead of Die Hard, it should be, we could probably squeeze a little bit more money out of this tired franchise. Although I have to say, Die Hard is probably a better name than Watch Bruce Willis Go Slowly Bald Over Time. It wouldn't be a roast without another bald joke. I think Die Hard would also be a great slogan for an ED drug. Our pill works so well for boners, you'll die hard. And the Grinch. The Grinch. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Those must be Sean Aaron socks. It's a good thing they're not Jason Del Foss's, or you could get pregnant. Not everybody's gonna get that. Here in the U.S., you're the Grinch, but in countries with the metric system, you're the Grinometer. Fuck it, I'm in on that. Thank
you. Keep it going for that pink fuck. Now we reach the end of the night. The man, or whatever the fuck you are of the hour. If Dick Cheese was a person, it would be this guy. The Grinch. Look at you. You look like a homeless Muppet that was gang raped by other homeless Muppets. You look like something Jabba the Hutt's proctologist would find in his gelatinous ass on a routine colonoscopy. I could smell your vinegar and blue cheese balls 3 months before you left that cave to be here tonight. If you were a Yankee Candle, your scent would be Whoopi Goldberg yeast infection at the county fair. That is horrible. Don't buy that one. Maybe blueberries or something. On Christmas, your heart grew 3 sizes. Too bad his crusty, smegma-ridden green dog didn't. He really puts the inch in Grinch. Have you seen his dick? It looks like half a caterpillar with polio. I don't even know why I wrote that. It's just fucking hilarious to me. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Grinch!
I'm just setting myself up. Hello to all, young and old. I need to explain why I'm so mean and cold. It's not because a boy was born in a manger. It's because of these weirdos, pedos, and haters. Let's start the story with the host, and I'll tell you why I may hate him the most. He sits on his ass and makes children giggle. They bounce on his lap while tickle his pickle. Santa Claus is the man I'm speaking about. It'll make you sick how he abuses his clout. He bullies the elves, tall and small. He shouts, "Make those toys or I'll fuck up you all." He has reindeer he treats like shit. He doesn't even like Rudolph, not one bit. His wife makes him cookies, and baby got back. She fucked the Easter bunny. He pumped her crack. It doesn't matter if you've been bad or good. He wants to give you the same thing, his soft, flaccid wood. He's very creepy like John Wayne Gacy. spying on kids like Detective Dick Tracy. Don't let him fool you drinking your cookies and milk. You're not getting toys unless your mama's a MILF. He has an elf who dreams to be a dentist, but he yelled at him good with a balled up fist. Herman, you're not smart enough for dentistry. You're fruity as fuck, you're into faggotry. Now take your loose ass back to the North Pole before I stuff this fist deep into your asshole. So children, if you may, please listen to me. If you see this man in red, run, hide, and flee. He doesn't care about anything Christmassy. He just wants to touch you right where you pee. So now you all know what I think of jolly old Nick. He's a piece of shit bastard. A rotten old prick. Grazie. I have a bag of things. I might pull out some. But I don't pull out of everything. Just ask some of these. Let's go to somebody who makes me quite sick. George Bailey. I'm not doing this in any special order. I hate you all equally. Don't feel like, oh, he did me first, he did me last. Fuck you all. George Bailey. Boo-hoo-hoo. Because there's a lot of ego in comedy, but it's just not good. Anyway. And this is my show after all. But anyways, enough about me. George Bailey. Boo-hoo-hoo. It's all about you. You cry and moan and act depressed, like you're the only man in the world that has problems. Well, let me tell you, I've got fucking problems. I live on a mountain all by myself with a dog I can't afford to feed, while all the who's in Whoville talk shit about how much they hate the Grinch, while they live like little fucking fat pigs. Worse than that, you have a family and a wife who's quite fuckable. I can't even get this thing out of my pants. Look at my ass. I have no butthole. I have to eject my feces out of my mouth. Do you know how disgusting that is? Nobody wants to kiss that. I'm getting upset. Excuse me. I'm getting so upset I need to take some Tums. Yeah, the fuck on it. I goddamn Tums. I always keep this in case an accident happens. I don't think it. Let me get my Tums. Ah, fuck that. Pardon me, I have to find my Tums. I just shot. I didn't do it. Pardon me, let me wipe my mouth. And don't forget, always wipe top to bottom. You don't want to get an infection in your nasal cavity. It's quite disgusting. Can somebody hand me my beer to wash this shit down? Literally to wash this shit down. Thanks, asshole. Sit your ass down, Pesci. Okay. I guess you're done, Bailey. Let me see in who we have today. Well, it's John McClain. Yippee fucking ki-yay. I didn't know how feces really makes your mouth dry. I wasn't anticipating that. You being on this stage makes me sick. Die Hard isn't even a Christmas flick. I was scrolling through Facebook and came across an article that was quite telling. A recent poll on the Mental Floss page on Facebook showed 62% of people polled did not consider Die Hard a Christmas movie. That doesn't rhyme, it's just a fact. This movie is no Commando, Rambo, or even Out for Justice. But seeing Carl Winslow made my penis get robustus. I loved him so much in Family Matters. And when Urkel would shriek, "Did I do that?" The violence in your movie really made me smile. But when Hans Gruber got killed, that was quite vile. I don't even like your bald head, Bruce Willis. Your movie is no tribute to the holiday Christmas. Your family hates you so much, even more than I do. But there's no price either. But there's no prize either. Your wife is a loon. You sneak around the building amongst broken glass, cutting into your bare feet. I wish they killed your ass. But survive you did, and made many sequels. I wish you'd get deported like a dirty illegal. You may be bald, but you're no eagle. You're more of a prankster, trickster, and weasel. About you, I have nothing more to say, except when they say Die Hard is a Christmas movie, I say no fucking way. Let me direct your attention now to the wet bandits, Harry and Marv. Here's two losers that want to be a Grinch. They were looking for a blonde boy, Kevin, to lynch. They were supposed to be thieves, but failed at that. They were duped by a boy. He burned his hat. The Grinch never got caught, by a child at least. Oh wait, I did. Cindy Lou Who. I stole her roast beast. I smooth-talked her sweetly and sent her to bed. You two retards can suck my mushroom head. There's a huge difference between you two and the Grinch. I was born a champion, you both born a bitch. I never been caught and dragged to prison. You been locked up, and pee-pees you were kissing. Then you fell for every booby trap in the book. I was so good, I returned all the stupid shit I took. You two make thieves look bad, greasy and sleazy. I made it all look glamorous, like easy peasy. So when you two goofs share the same stage with me, you should be ecstatic and filled with much glee, because you're not even worthy of my shitty, used TP. Don't be shy to get up and get yourself a drink. I like it. Let's go to Ralphie. Young Ralphie, a boy I truly detest. You're just like one of them Who's. You're like all the rest. It's all about you and your fucking BB gun. You cry and moan like a little fruit that wants pee-pee fun. I'm so tired of this movie every year. Oh, excuse me. You'll shoot your eye out, you'll shoot your eye out. Makes me want to stab my ears. I can't stand to hear you beg and beg while your creepy dad jerks off to a leg. What's his deal anyways? I mean, come on, seriously. Fucking leg. Oh. Besides your mom's hair, she looks quite fuckable. But she chooses a lamp instead? That isn't understandable. You wear a pink bunny suit, which suits you well. You sobbing little rabbit, you're annoying as hell. Your chubby little face looks like a trans Miley Cyrus. It won't be long before you contract the AIDS virus. You and your family are all so racist. laughing at the Asians on the day of Christmas. And because of that, I beg of you this. When you get your gun, grant me this wish. Put it in your mouth so the bullet not miss. Ebenezer Scrooge. Look at him smile. Here is a man who is so mean and rude. It's hard for me to hate you, but I still do. You remind me of a great man named Donald Trump, a real-life genius. People call him a grump. The way you treat Tiny Tim, some say is a crime. But you can't enable losers. Don't give them a dime. Then I lost all respect when you turned a new leaf. You got scared by some ghosts. In your pants you did queef. You gave Bob Cratchit a raise and a bonus. This shows you're no genius. You have weakness, mental slowness. You became a chickie. You became a, that's funny. You became a chicken, you pussy old man. You were scared of Jacob Marley with the chains in his hands. You rode in the taxi and were smart alecky. Oh wait, not in this version, that was Bill Murray. You're the musty fart from Christmas Carol. You're such a crust tart, your penis must be sterile. All that money and not a drop on horse, cocaine, or booze, I'd be partying up with hookers and midgets, shooting my spooge. I'm curious to know if you've ever busted a nut. Why, I do it quite often. Just ask that mutt. When I was in Yorkshire, the town of Malton I did stay, where I met a fine hoe, and she was a good lay. I spanked her bottom and she took it well. The little freak hoe said her name was Belle. I'm so sorry, was that your fiancée? But your limp dick drove her away. You know the roles, you snooze, you lose. The same goes for pussy, so knock them boots. I think you may have had enough roasting today, so run along with your money and give it all away. Kevin McCallister. Such a ripe little man. Let's move on to the boy who's home alone. Michael Jackson didn't care. He gave you the bone. He told me you were sparky and filled with glee. You had a threesome with his monkey, a sex jubilee. You didn't think twice about the dirty, wet bandits. You were in Neverland Ranch, fucking like a rabbit. Now maybe I've gone too far with you being too small, and you're just a mere lad with no hair on your balls. I admire you deeply for being so tough. You handled those goons. You really were rough. The traps you laid were something to admire. You pulled it off. A young MacGyver. You had losers for parents who left you for dead. But you always had time for Michael Jackson's bed. You growed up like a crackhead, a real drug fiend. If only you stuck to the soft stuff like booze and weed. I'm happy for you, you got your family back. Just like Cindy Lou Who, she got me on track. You got cleaned up off the drugs at least. It can be done, look at me. I even carved the roast beast. This brings me to the final roaster, Frosty. Now I want to tell you all about Frosty the Snowman, a disgusting blob of slush. He's definitely no showman. That brownish wilted carrot that sits on his face, well, it wasn't always there. It was in another place. It's nothing to do with ham and green eggs. Why, his nose rested right between his legs. It's brown and smelly because of where he stuck it. a place meant for one thing, and that's taking a shit. He said, Mrs. Claus, come here, fresh baby. Let me show you how I treat a lady. He pulled up her dress and looked at her butt. He said, with this carrot, I will stuff it right up. She let out a moan and a fart or two. He couldn't wait to squirt his marshmallowy poo. She said, this is wondrous. Santa's never done this. Then he gave her a golden shower, cover her in cold piss. He looked down at his carrot, all brown and soggy. That great nut he busted left him dazed and foggy. Being so confused, he was truly dazed. He couldn't remember the carrot where to place. So he thought of a spot right on his face. If that doesn't disgust you, I don't know what will. I can't wait for him to melt. What a thrill. I can't wait to hear you let out a shrill. If that doesn't melt you, perhaps I'll use a grill. I'll end with this, a brag and a boast. We hope you enjoyed this Christmas roast. Although we talk shit about each other sorely, don't get it twisted. We are headed to an orgy. I hope you all laughed, so be safe tonight. Have a Merry Christmas, and to all, a good night.
Give it up for the Grinch. We'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, supporting local comedy, letting us be complete idiots on stage. So give yourselves a round of applause for coming out, supporting local comedy, coming out to our Christmas roast. And I want to introduce everyone on stage tonight. I'm Shane Herman. This is Ginger Moore, Tyler Snodgrass, Eric Lewis, Miki Janosi, Jason Moliterno, Paul Kidder, Aaron Scardina, Tommy Snodgrass, can you believe they're brothers? And the Grinch is Mr. Michael Kolenich. Thanks everyone for coming out. We are the Youngstown Comedy Syndicate. You can find us on Facebook for upcoming comedy shows. We'll be back here sometime. We perform all around the area. Thank you very much. Keep drinking, go bowl, get a pizza. Thanks for coming out. We'll be back here on the 30th. Come out on the 30th. There's a dog charity. Yeah, what's it called? All About the Paws. We're going to be out here doing it for free. You guys pay, give money to help dogs, and we'll supply the laughter. How's that sound? Yeah, you're goddamn right, Woo. Thank you. Oh, it's also $1 to bowl with your wristbands. Yeah.
Can't beat it like with the Kolenich truck.
Fuck you, get out of here.
Grinch, you gotta.
Over there. There you go. What's that? I wish you were.
At midnight, like.
Climb in and swim on here.
How's your mom and dad?
How's your mom? Say hello to your mom. Wait till he takes his mask off.
Here comes somebody's mother wants to come on, turn on. I saw you with your phone. Take pictures.
One time, I was just here for a concert.
Yeah, you guys are good. Like a local band.